Yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Griggs, and welcome back to Griggs Talks, where we talk all things sports. And welcome back to another video. Prem starts tomorrow. We're back tomorrow. Manchester United versus Fulham. So I figured, you know what, day before, let's talk about it. Let's go over the game, predict it, who should start, and a couple of latest transfer news. Because even though the season starts, the transfer window is not over yet. So we might as well talk about it. We have some outgoing potential news of a certain Scottish midfielder going over to Naples. So as you join in, as you guys flock in, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, let's talk about it. United Fulham opening kickoff. This is the first time in a long time that we actually start the season. I don't remember the last time we actually did that, so it'll be interesting to think about. And there's a chance that we start the season being top of the table, and the first thing that we all say is stop the count, right? That'd be interesting to see. So be interesting. Also, I think the vibes are a little bit different than in other matches as well. This is the first time, probably I'd say 3 years, that I like what I'm seeing going into the season. I'm a little bit confident. I'm a little bit excited. The players that we might get to see, all that. So that's interesting as well. And yeah, man, it should be a fun game. It should be an entertaining game. I expect to win. It all depends on how Ten Hag is. Obviously, Ten Hag had his press conference today. There was a quote that he said that a lot of the media clipped up and spoke about that you could say got taken out of context, or you could kind of be a little bit mad about what he said. Either or, up to you. So there's that, which basically said that it's part of the title. Are United aren't ready for the season in terms of maybe squad and stuff like that. Big up Uthman. Big up. So there's that. Are United ready for the season? And maybe he was hinting at transfers about wanting a couple other players potentially. Maybe he was looking towards that. Maybe tactically, it's just a little bit interesting to hear from Ten Hag, a guy that was, after the FA Cup, was speaking a lot of shit in terms of he was backing himself. He was talking about like what he could do with United, the building and stuff like that. And it's not like United are not like a Liverpool where we haven't signed anyone. We signed 4 players this summer. 3 are available to play. Obviously, Euro being the one that's injured, but Joshua Zirkzee fit. They like them Mazraoui are fit, and also your former players, so you know them best. You know how they can fit in your system. So from that perspective, I expect United to be ready. But maybe he thinks, like I said, maybe he's thinking about transfers. I don't know the full quote. I got to pull up the full quote. Maybe other places have it, because if based on what Simon Stone tweeted about it, it wasn't the strongest. United plug. All right, where United plugged on. He meant ready in terms of getting new players up to speed with what he wants to do, not an excuse. I dislike it. Oh, fair enough. I mean, if from that perspective, I hear it. Yeah, I have his quotes ready. Damn, no one's asking me. Maybe that wasn't the best time to go live. Obviously, Erik ten Hag, what Mazraoui will bring to United. We were looking, and we can sort problems over the left side. For instance, Licha Martinez and Diego Dallo are capable of playing there. Luke Shaw, Mazraoui is an additional one who can fill the position, as long as Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malasha aren't in the team. Ten Hag will be more clinical. We know we create many chances about composure, more clinical. In both boxes, it will be an attention point in the coming weeks and months to improve. Erik ten Hag, if United are ready for the new season, no, it's true. It's not the preseason where you can, in 5-6 weeks, work on the team. It's very complicated. But we had the USA Tour squad. We had players at the Euros and Copa America, now new signings, and now we have to make a team from it. Okay, I hear it from that perspective. It makes a little bit more sense. Erik ten Hag on this season's ambitions. We know our targets. We know that we were in the right direction. We know we have won 2 trophies. We know our game model. So now we have to integrate the new players, and if they can improve the game model and improve the team levels. Delicta Mazraoui will be in the squad tomorrow. Luke Shaw, he will return in the short term. His recovery doesn't take long. We are looking forward. He's a very important player for our team. We want him to get back as soon as possible, but we can't force this process. Yeah, I hear it. And some Delict quotes I guess you could also add is Delict Al-Mazraoui. He's an amazing guy. I've known him for around 10 years. Yeah, it's an amazing challenge to have now this possibility in England for one of the biggest clubs in the world and the biggest competition in the world. I'm driven by these new challenges. I like to get challenged. Okay. I hear some of it. I can't like it. I don't know about 4-0. United on the 10 Hawks scoring 4 goals is kind of crazy. Be up first, we need to smoke Fulham. Yeah, obviously, the good thing about getting the first game out the way is if you smoke the team, the vibes are great. I remember when I think we had the first game of the season against Leeds as well, 21-22, 7:30. Oh, no, we did it. Arsenal played Brentford the night before. First. But still, we had like a second game of the season, and we won. And the vibes are just immaculate for the rest of the weekend. I need that tomorrow as well. Just get the dub out the way. 4-piece like it's Wendy's. Easy dubs. And we can hate watch the rest of the weekend, right? We got Chelsea City. So no matter what, we leave it with something. Liverpool is switch early kickoff. We might leave with something. Arsenal going to demolish Wolves, so that doesn't really matter. But it's a nice little vibe going into it. Big up Messi, big up Elite Baller. I need Fulham to get. Yeah, I mean, like when we did the Prem prediction, like Fulham didn't really make any signings. They don't have João Paulinho, so I expect to kind of beat them. I don't think they're the strongest teams right now, so I think we should be good from that perspective. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting how United play. Obviously, it's a different opponent for Manchester City, so like what the positives that we saw from the City game are going to be hard to kind of take into the Fulham game because Fulham will set up differently. We're not going to be as like in a low block as much as we were against City. Even though we didn't play like very deep, but we were more conservative. We were a little bit more passive. Against Fulham, we have to be the aggressor. This is the expectations I have laid out for Erik ten Hag in games like this: is be the aggressor. Don't let Fulham come on to us the way they did last season at Old Trafford when they absolutely bullied us and only won last minute, but they were the better team. Be the one that's aggressive. Be the one that goes for that first goal. Go get that first goal early on in the game and set the tone. That is what United needs to do. That's what United used to do in the home matches in the first season of Ten Hag. We used to look to score that first goal and set the tempo from there. That's what United need to do. We need to score that first goal and also score it early. I think that we always struggled was last season. We would always get that 1 to 2. We get 1 to 2 big chances early on, but we wouldn't convert them. And then that led into more doubt creeping into the match. Now it's about getting those first goals, getting that goal in the first 10 minutes, because United will create a goal scoring opportunity in the first 10 minutes, convert it, and then the game just becomes so much easier for you. Because then it's 1-0. Fulham have to come out their shell. They have to be the aggressive. And then we just pounce on them on the counter, and that's where we score our goals. That's what United needs to do this season, and it all starts tomorrow. Most of these guys have had a lot of preseason. We played a match last week. We played not a high-intensity match, but we played a game with some standards last week. So expectations. So those minutes are nice under the belt. Now it's just about cooking the shit out of Fulham. No disrespect to Fulham Football Club, but it's about beating them. That's what we have to do. We have to beat them. And it all starts with Ten Hag, how he approaches the match in terms of lineup. Also in terms of tactically, how aggressive we're going to be, how high is our press going to be, how high is our line going to be, our shape in terms of out of possession, in possession. Are we going to set up with a 3-1-6? Are we going to set up with a 3-2-5, 3-5-2? Like, how is it going to be? So that's what I'm looking at Ten Hag, and I will be doing my 11D a little bit later because like there are some not for me, but there are some like areas on the pitch where you can say spots are up for grabs in terms of certain positions. Only thing I'm shook of is Adama on Mazraoui. To be fair, I think Dallo plays left back tomorrow. Mazraoui plays right back. I think so, personally. I think he'll let Mazraoui adapt to the Premier League by playing him on his strong side, as Dallo is much more comfortable playing on the left right now than maybe Mazraoui, especially in this team. Mazraoui is probably a better left back than Dallo, but just in terms of comfortability, I feel he'll go with Dallo left back. I want Smith. To be fair, he's probably the player I'm most afraid of tomorrow because he had a really good preseason with Fulham. He played like 2-3 games. I think he scored in all of them. He always got something for United. He's the kind of player that gives Casemiro trouble when Casemiro plays in the 6. Smith will move around a lot. He's got a little bit of pace and power. So he's a little bit tricky when it comes to that. So I'm a little bit worried about him. The strikers are decent. The wingers are meh. Just them not having Paulinho for me screams that United need to be the better team. They don't have the guy that, in my opinion, was their best player last year. They also lost Tosin, and they haven't replaced him at center back either. So United have to be ready for that. Dalo, I don't know about Dalo pocketing Adama. I mean, I trust Dalo a little bit more physically than against a Mazraoui, but no, against Adama. But Adama still is very quick, and that can cause trouble to any fullback in the world, right? It's just his impact is very poor. Big up Rajat. Hi, great song. I'm happy we're going to Italy. Oh, kidding. We'll talk about that too. Dalo struggles with tricky wingers, but Adama got no bag. Just kidding. Bro, sometimes kick and run is all you need, man. If you got that kind of pace and power. Big up Jordan. You and Staffy always so well spoken and know your ball. Keep up the great work. I appreciate it, man, for the kind words. Diego Dalo plays at right back or right wing back. He's a right back. Definitely not a wing back. That's an interesting thing about Mazraoui and Dalo, which I like, is one is better than the other at different parts. Offensively, defensively, Dalo is much better. But offensively, Dalo is much better in the first phase. Mazraoui for me is much better in the final phase. They're both great technicians, and that's why I like the signing, because our floor goes up so high. Because now, bro, so you guys peek the United videos, right, from training, the rondos, we actually kick ball in the rondos. Remember those Ajax rondos we saw when Ten Hag first got appointed? We're like, yo, how can this team play this? Because the rondos look crazy over there. Bro, we're kicking ball now. A lot of the players know how to kick ball. The Lake knows how to kick ball. Mazraoui knows how to kick ball. Dalo, Ahmad, Sancho, Rashford, Xerxes, all these kind of guys, bro, they know how to kick ball. So it looks a lot better now in terms of that. So the technical floor is definitely improving in the team. The physical obviously still needs to go a little bit more. I think midfield we're still physically weak. I'm not gonna lie, Casemiro like a shot, Mainu not the quickest, but the technical floor is improving. And at the end of the day, you have to improve both technical and ceiling and physical. They should be kind of going hand in hand, to be honest. But at least we're improving one, because last summer we did it. Well, we tried to improve the physical, but it didn't really improve. So it looks a lot better now, and that's why I'm a little bit excited. But obviously, if you guys follow me on Twitter, on here I'm actually very positive. On Twitter, I have been known to be more of a negative Nancy, as they say. Even though I've been pretty positive this summer, to be honest. Other than that one day when I saw Lindelof was staying, I got tight. But I'm excited for the season, man. At the end of the day, it's August. And this can come back, like I've said all week, to bite me in the ass in terms of maybe United just beat our ass and make me regret everything I'm saying. But I expect to be good. I expect to be better than a lot of people expect us to be. I think the best version of United is when United are underestimated. When we have a lot of pressure these days, we kind of crumble. Last season, people expected us to jump into the Tmmr race because we finished third year before. We crumbled. This year, no one really gives us a fighting shot, even being in top four. They're all saying 6th to 8th. It's the same thing under Ten Hag's first year. Everyone had us out of the top 4 race. This is when United cook. The expectations are lower. And now they have a chip on their shoulder. A big chip on their shoulder. I look at this United team. I look at these players. Also, the fact that I think winning the FA Cup has really brought this level of connectiveness within the team, and also this level of positiveness, and then this level of determination. These guys look ready. These guys look hungry. The trophy feeling is always always great. And the fact of who they beat in the final after the poor season they had, to the fact that they won a final, makes them believe that we're much better than this. So let's start acting like it. And that's what you saw. Because what the Community Shield proved to me was that FA Cup final was not a one-off fluke. We played very similar in that match against Man City, and we didn't dominate, but we played much better. We played much better than City in the Community Shield. We played better than them in the FA Cup. That shows continuity, and that shows direction. And now it's about taking it into games that we struggled a lot last year. We struggled against Fulham twice last year, right? Now let's beat them. Let's actually beat them, and let's beat them comfortably. A strong start to the season for United will mean the world, because last season we started very poorly. Yes, we won our first game of the season, but we conceded 27 shots. The warning signs were ringing, like the bells were ringing. The warning signs were there. And against Spurs next week, we lost 2-0. If United can, let's say, win 2 of the first 3 games, or go unbeaten for the first 5 games of the season, the vibes are going to be immaculate. Going unbeaten into the international break, the vibes will be there. And the group looks much more together, more characters into the team. Yeah, both the characters. The Lake, by the way, maybe I'm not his biggest fan, like in terms of football wise, but the guy's a leader of men. He was Ajax's youngest ever captain. He was thrusted into a position of leadership, very young, and he was able to handle it. He captained the team to the Champions League semifinal. He's played at Juventus with Giorgio Chiellini. That's a great leader. Bayern Munich, the likes of Thomas Muller, Joshua Kimmich, Manuel Neuer. So he's been amongst leaders. He's been around leaders while being a leader himself. That's fantastic for the back line, which a back line that obviously after losing Rafael Varane, you could say leadership. Who's really there? You have Johnny Evans, but he's not going to play much, right? You have Harry Maguire, who has been the captain before, but I'll probably say Delict's maybe a better captain and just more reliable. You have Licha, who's a great leader on the pitch in terms of motivating his guys to like defend better and stuff like that. But he's not. He also doesn't speak the language great and stuff like that. He's not really like a natural born leader. That was again the passion is there. The passion has always been there in defense, but now it's about guys that also speak as leaders, and that also fits very well. Mentality wise, he perfectly. Yeah, when you think about it, you look at our two center back signings, right? And De Ligt and Euro. Euro replaces Varane in terms of the aura, French center back, the channel defender, the pace, all that kind of stuff. But De Ligt, mentality-wise, replaces Varane in terms of the leadership and stuff like that. The box defending, De Ligt's an amazing box defender. So we replace that. So it was a nice little center back combination. Would I have liked Branthwaite? Yeah, I would have. But we're not going to get him at the end of the day. That's the next season move. That's called though. We still have solid center backs. That was a future cap. That was an amazing leader as well. That was definitely that's what the whole defensive leaders. I love when teams have defensive leaders. I think for me that's very, very important. You cannot name a successful team that has not had great leaders in the back. Look at Chelsea, Ricardo Carvalho, John Terry, Gary Cahill eventually, Ashley Cole. The Liverpool team that just obviously won, Virgil van Dijk, Joel Matip, Andy Robertson, Scottish captain. You have even the Leicester team, Wes Morgan at the back, Kasper Schmeichel, City, obviously, Vincent Kompany, Ruben Diaz, who I think is a great leader as well. So yeah, all these teams, Arsenal obviously back in the day as well. Us, Rio Vidic, Van der Sar, Petrusevra, Gary Neville. It's like always, bro. You always need to have leaders in the defense. I think for me, that's always more. That's why a lot of captains are always center backs or DMs, like the midfielder. Those are the leaders. Those are the guys that are the most spoken. Those are the guys that always have to play with the game in front of them, so they see the most. And De Ligt, for me, I don't know if he'll ever be a United captain, but he definitely gives that aura of a captain and stuff like that. Yeah, Onana's a leader too. I think Onana's a very positive leader in terms of he'll always have your back. Like he'll always like defend his teammate to always jump into kind of take the responsibility off his teammates. You saw what happened with Lenny Yoro. He's like, he's still 18. It's up to us to protect him. Like that's nice leadership. The only thing with Onana is he sometimes overdoes it in terms of his cockiness and stuff like that. But that's how he is. It's his personality. I can't judge him for that. I think Kyle Walker's actually a terrible captain, but that's just me. So yeah, I look at that with the Ligt. I like it. Mazraoui is just a solid player. Lenny Yoro, obviously the young player, Josh Rosick as well. So we needed to sign at least one kind of leader or stuff like that. And United, by the way, the best thing United used to have international captains all over the place. So we need to go back to that. Obviously, we technically do have some international captains now with the likes of Victor Lindelof, but he's not really a leader. But it's stuff like that. Yeah, Onana's a good locker room guy, stuff like that. But yeah, one thing I'm worried about with United this season is letting the lead slip issue. Absolutely. That's definitely one of the biggest concerns is when we take a lead, can we hold on to it? Because last season, it'd be like playing foot champs. We score a goal, and then we concede to feel like off the opening kickoff right after. So it's like, can we defend the lead, please? And this is where I think a big issue was United's defensive injuries last season. They never had a reliable center back pairing, and that caused like doubt to keep creeping into the minds. With Licha back, now I De Ligt here. Dowell's going to obviously play. It looks better in terms of that. These guys will be ready to hold on to this because that's what we did the first season, right? The first season under Ten Hag, we were always able to keep the lead. Griggs, I'm not going to cook your boy Robinson. Robinson, bro. Robinson's nice little American left back, all that kind of stuff. Ahmad's my son, bro. Ahmad's day one, bro. We was watching the Scottish Premiership at 7:30 a.m. for Ahmad, bro. We was watching United under 21 games for Ahmad Diallo, man. Anthony Robinson hype. Will Garnacho start? Come off from the bench. We'll see. I'll talk about that when I do my lineup. Pochettino to America is kind of weird. Obviously, I broke the news in the American Waffle group chat. They were not very happy about that. I don't know why, because Mauricio Pochettino is the most accomplished person to ever touch anything within the United States Federation when it comes to footy. Because, yes, I know a lot of people are upset from the Chelsea fan base, and he is basically like Satan for them. But let's not act like he didn't lead them to a 6th place finish after they finished off the year before that. He got the best out of a lot of players, like Cole Palmer, for example, Nicholas Jackson. At Spurs, what he did, guess PSG for me was the wrong move because of who was at that team right now. Like PSG, if you went to PSG now, where Mbappe just left, even though Mbappe left Poch, Neymar's gone, Messi's gone. It's a lot of young players. I think Poch would have cooked. And when I look at this United team, or this USA team, it feels like what they kind of need. And both, when their predecessor was Greg Berhalter, Pochettino's 100 million times a manager that Greg Berhalter is. Like, it's not even a question how much better Pochettino is. So, yeah, but that's just my 2 cents on it. But I don't really care. I'm Greek. I don't care about the U.S. men's national team. I wish them always the best and stuff like that, and I'll root for them as long as they're not playing Greece, but they're not my main priority. My main priority is Greece needs to go secure that Belgian, Konstantinos Kadetsas, who's Greek, but he might represent Belgium, and he's a wonder kid. That's who I need to worry about. I can't lie, Xerxes better be ready to start to disgrace the league. The thing with Xerxes is, it's like Ten Hag mentioned, I think Ten Hag is worried about maybe starting him right away in terms of adapting. I think he trusts De Ligt more, obviously. That's his former captain. So he has a level of trust with De Ligt. He might not have that with Xerxes. He might want to ease him in. Bruno's been cooking as a false 9, so maybe he wants to continue with that for a little bit. But I agree. I do think Xerxes needs to start, bro. Because Højlund, he needs to be able to get like a lot of minutes in before Højlund comes back and stuff like that. So he's also – because then Højlund comes back and Xerxes has been playing that much, you then have 2 strikers that are not match fit. You at least need one of them to be match fit. Because don't forget, it's not just Premier League games that we have to worry about. We have Europa League to worry about. We have Carabao Cup. I think we played a round earlier because we finished 8th place. So we have a lot of stuff to worry about where United needs to start getting these guys up to speed in terms of minutes and stuff like that. So for me, Xerxes needs to start tomorrow. Or at the very least, if he doesn't start, he better play 45 second half. Like that kind of stuff. If Mazraoui start at left back, good. I'm worried for Xerxes, TBH. He has a unique profile for his abilities. Serie A is a slow league. Don't know if he's going to keep up with Prem. Yeah, obviously, the pace of the league is the biggest concern. But I was watching Leah's and Coach Cam's video that they were doing like their bold predictions. And I know Cam's went to the United game and he met Xerxes. But the guy's a unit. Like the guy's like 6'4". He's a hockey. Pause. Like I think those kind of players. It's a hit or miss. Like he could end up being a Scamacca who flopped in the Premier League, or he could end up being a slower version of like maybe an Isak, where he's just like this unique kind of profile, like a Zlatan kind of player. I think for me, because of who United have surrounding Xerxes and the athlete and the players that we have around him, I think he'll be great because, like for example, Scamacca did not have a Marcus Rashford next to him. He didn't. Also, Scamacca is not the hold-up player that Xerxes is, by the way. Nowhere close. Xerxes is a much better hold-up player. But the issue is the aggression, the willingness to get dirty. Will Xerxes have that in him? Because he will have to get, like Højlund, for example, has that. Nah, I don't think Scamacca is. I think Scamacca is a better finisher. He has better ball striking than Xerxes, but the technical levels, he's not better than Xerxes. If we don't play Xerxes, there will be a target on his back. Just rip off a Band-Aid. Xerxes, yeah, we'll see, man. I think considering who also Xerxes' coach is going to be in Ruud van Nistelrooy, I think he'll be fine, man. I really do. I think he'll be a good player. Like I also said, just the players around him, bro. Marcus Rashford, Amad Diallo, Bruno Fernandes, Alejandro Garnacho. They'll have players around him that will also elevate his game to another level that we saw at Bologna. So I think he'll be fine. It might be a little bit of a slow start, but all it takes is one goal. And the rest is history. So he just has to score maybe a goal in his first couple games, and he'll be fine. If we don't play Xerxes, there will be a target on his back. Yeah, I understand that. People want to see him play, man. People want to see him start. And I think he's good enough to be our starter for the whole season. I want him to be our starter for the whole season because I think if United are to finish where I expect them to finish, I think it's because Xerxes will be the 9 and not Højlund. Because I like Xerxes' game more. He's more my kind of number 9. Don't get me wrong, I love a poacher and stuff like that, but Højlund's also not the cleanest of poachers. So it's like, yeah, Xerxes reminds me of Martial. Obviously, a little bit less athletic, but he's a good player, man. I think Xerxes will be fine. I'm excited for him. But we'll see about that. But what else was there? Obviously, Scott Mctominay news. Apparently, Napoli are the closest to getting him. He's giving them priority. They don't got bread though. That's the only issue, and there'll be a question if they pay up for him. Hopefully we sell him so we get 2 midfielders in. If not, he's here for the rest of the season. And then what else can we do, man? Not much we could do. And our best midfield prospect, our best midfield target for Fofana is obviously off to AC Milan. Congratulations to Milan. So it's really down to Bridge or Ugarte. Kind of wanted to get Fofana and then one of them, but that's not going to happen. So we'll see what happens with that. Also found out today that United turned down Adam Morton before he was to Crystal Palace. So thank you, old regime. Thank you, Jean Bertal. Thank you, Richard Arnold. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much, man. More than you believe, I appreciate you for the terribleness you have done to this football club. Turning down Adam Morton, you know how crazy you are to turn out. Dropping the Osimhen stimmy on my top. Bro, I need Chelsea to send that. I need Chelsea to send that money over for Osimhen, man. I really do. That way we can get what's his name, a midfielder. I really appreciate that. Ten Hag ready with the excuses. Oh, hope it actually starts tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully. Hey, let me pull up a lineup builder. They take over hype, bro. Just send the money, man. Yeah, what formation do we play for? Just go play. No, man, let's take over hype, bro. All right, I think we got a lineup. All right, let's do tomorrow's lineup. All right. If Conte drops 25 M's from Mctominay, might be the best out in time, bro. To be fair, I think Scott Mctominay fits Conte, just the midfield runners and stuff like that. I think he cooked there. I think McTominay would cook in Serie A. Can we still go and get Tony? Well, technically, yes, we can. I think that would require Sancho to get sold, which is not happening. Unless United give Brentford a loan obligation, but I think United need to focus on midfield and a left-footed defender. Still, in my opinion, I think the attack is fine, man. I really do. For the love of God, please, no loan 6. Now we'll play a pivot tomorrow. Xerxes is not bad in front of goal. It's just not his game. Yeah, I think it's just about. There's an issue I have with Sancho as well. It's just the volume that they have in there. Just keep shooting, bro. Just keep shooting. If we still send. Yeah, I think those links died down. I'm not gonna lie. I would still love Matheus Cunha though. Yeah, it's better. So yeah, I would like Matheus Cunha, but I don't think that's happening. I think, but obviously United for next season, because Sancho will not be here past next season. I highly doubt it. Is now we need to start looking at attackers and which side attacker do we prioritize? Do we prioritize the left side of the attacker, or do we prioritize our right side of the attacker, or do we go for a 10 that can play maybe both sides of the wing? That will be the big question. That's why I wanted Desiree Doué, because he literally fits every single possible need, but unfortunately he is PSG bound. Nico Williams will be available next year. Why are we arguing about Gal hype, Arsenal hype? Bro, Arsenal fans think that they got more pull than us. I don't understand what made them think that. I really don't. There's not a planet in the Milky Way galaxy that Arsenal have more pull than Manchester United. And my explanation apparently wasn't good enough. My explanation was that we're Manchester United and you're not. But apparently that's not good enough in the eyes of Arsenal fans, because they think they're some crazy club that all of a sudden the best club in the world, even though they've absolutely won nothing to prove that. Like I've always said, until they win a big trophy under Mikel Arteta and his project, they will forever be, to me, spicy Spurs. That's what they are to me right now. They're spicy Spurs. They're a big football club. Don't get it twisted. They're the culture club of the Premier League. I give them that respect. But in terms of pull, they cannot chat to us. They really can't. It's as simple as that. Look at who we get at our worst. We got Paul Pogba, who was literally the best 21-year-old footballer in the world at the time. And we got him when we were in Europa League. We got Zlatan Ibrahimovic to come when we were in Europa League. We got Angel Di Maria off the La Decima winners. A year that we didn't even play in European football, by the way. It's that kind of pull that Arsenal just don't have. Casemiro, after we just finished 6th. Rafael Varane. Yeah, bro. Just pull, man. And they never really won a transfer bar. But we just got Lenny Yoro, the best 18-year-old center back in the world. While finishing 8th place. Like, bro, it's levels to this, man. It's levels. We're just clearer than them. It's as simple as that. We're Manchester United. And they're not. People don't understand what those words mean. Apparently, I know we've been shit, but at the end of the day, our name still holds weight, especially in England. Forget about Europe. Obviously, in Europe, our name has progressed a little bit, but our name still holds weight. And I also told this to a guy as I was leaving the stream. I said, if a player has an offer, right, their agent comes to them and they're like, you have an offer from United and you have an offer from Arsenal. What do you think? What offer do you think the player is going to listen to first? He's going to listen to the United offer. That's the name that he'll think of first. Because that's the name that comes to your mind first when it comes to football. It's Manchester United. Unless he's French, then maybe Arsenal because Thierry Henry and stuff like that, right? But most of the times, it's United. All right, let's build this lineup, though. Onana in net, obviously. We got to put that guy there. I think the fullbacks, either way you want to put them, I think it's fine. I'll put him there for now. I'll put him there for now. Whichever way you want to go, that's fine. Onana was this a 2017? Yeah, we wish he don't got that kind of capability in him. You think Xerxes starts? Well, we'll get to that MUFC calling Big O though. Big O lucky, bro. I don't think as a fan base we detox crazy defenses now, especially De Ligt, Dior, Martinez. Whichever dude we field will easily be one of the best in the league. Yeah, I mean, I still think Arsenal have the best center back pairing in the league. I think Liverpool's is also better with Van Dijk. I think City's is better. I think Spurs is better. So I think like the 4 there, but we get out maybe better one than no. Like we have a better center back pairing than Chelsea. Let's put it that way. That is for goddamn sure. So obviously one of the center backs is already guaranteed, right? Like that. That's it. Now the right center back. Chat, do we think that Ten Hag goes with De Ligt and he trusts him right away? Or does he go with Maguire? Because Maguire's fit for the game. So do you guys think that he lets De Ligt kind of ease in a little bit? Or do you think throws him right into the fire over Maguire? Because let's be real, De Ligt is higher on the pecking order. Let's be real. Like yeah. Van Dijk with Kwanzaa. Just lot don't like Konate. Yeah, I mean just because they have Van Dijk, it's a better center back thing because Van Dijk's better than all our center backs. So it's as simple as that, to be honest. If we got Branthwaite too, then we probably would have top 2 center back. Yeah. If we shot Branthwaite too, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, right, the lake, man. All right, so that's the back 5. That's a goddamn good back 5. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's pretty goddamn good. I'm vibing with that, you know. Nah, full of hype, bro. We're smoking them tomorrow, man. All right, midfield. Let's be real. These 2 are starting tomorrow. I think we can easily confirm that. These 2 are starting tomorrow. It's Casemiro main pivot. No matter what. That's definitely happening. Now the question is, and let me put one more guarantee in there. Actually, no, I'm not gonna put him in there yet. I'm not. Do we think he does Bruno 10 or do we think that he does Bruno false 9? What do we think? I'm honestly that the front four is a big question mark to me. I don't know who he's gonna play. I really don't. I don't know if he's gonna go Bruno Mount again. I don't know if he wants to throw Garnacho in there. Like, if it was up to me, I'd go with this. Go. Go. No, I'd go with this. Personally, that's what I go with. My issue is I don't know if he trusts the Bruno Casemiro Menu midfield out of possession. That's the issue. Does he trust it out of possession? I'm not gonna lie. I ain't trying to see Rashford 9. I'm really not. I'm really not. Yo, if Rashford ain't gonna play on the left, keep him on the bench. But that's what I'm kind of lobbying with. But out of possession, does he seem like look good? Like, because a reason why we look solid out of possession in preseason was because we had the legs of Mountain there. We had the legs of Collier. I'm a little bit worried about the out of possession of this team. They looks a good athlete, though. That's the only thing I'm worried about, man. Bro, we need a 6, bro, ASAP. Casemiro managers don't work. Garnacho over Rashford. Ahmad needs to start. Yo, Ahmad and Bruno need to start. For me, that's a guarantee. There are other spots, I don't know, people they can argue over them and stuff like that, but Ahmad and Bruno have to start for me. I think for me, they're guaranteed starters. It's really the other two, bro. I want to see the Rashford Xerxes dynamic. I think this is a good game to test it out. And let's see how it looks. So yeah, man. That's what I'm thinking. I'd go with this lineup personally. That's what I'm kind of vibing with. I don't know though. Hey, but we need Jay-Z, bro. We need to see Jay-Z. Jay-Z start needed. Tonight's team noticing about a 6. If I see Mount in that starting lineup, we still win by one bit optimistic. Didn't he say Xerxes not up to speed and probably need a couple weeks? He did say that, didn't he? He's the type of he might do this, man. Yo, how the fuck do I get rid of a player, bro? What a dumb. This is a dumb app, bro. Oh, yeah. Bro, he tried to do this shit. He might do this. Or this is a risk. But I wouldn't be too upset at this. I don't know how much it would work in midfield, though. This would be a very lightweight midfield out of possession. But what if we do something like this? this is very fluid, but I do worry about how it looks out of possession. But this is very attacking, by the way. This is very, very attacking. But hey, man, just go win the game 4-3, isn't it? Like, fuck, so I actually don't think so. I think Bruno's best has a false line right now, in my opinion. First of all, I don't think Bruno's a 10. That's the thing. I've always said this. I say the same thing. I say the same thing about Jude Bellingham. Bruno's an 8. Because you can't be too much around the pitch as a 10, like when you're like that. Also, I also think 10s are best when they're back to goal typically, unless you're a shadow striker 10, which Bruno sometimes is, to be fair. But I think Bruno gets too involved into other pieces of play where he's not really a 10. So he's not really my traditional type of 10 that I grew up watching the 10. He's more maybe like a 90s 10 where he's like the kind of shadow striker like I mentioned, or second striker. But that's what I think about it. But I don't know, man. It's an interesting one. I think no matter what, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna be a little bit upset with the lineup because I think Alba gets benched tomorrow. I have a bad feeling about it. I really do. I really do. I'm not allowed to. I ain't trying to see that guy. I'm really not. I am not trying to see Sancho anymore. I'm really not. Oh, so I think I have a bad feeling Alba gets benched. I think he wants to play Nacho. He really loves Nacho. He really loves Nacho. But then how do you justify benching Ahmad after the preseason that he had? Like, bro, it'd be so disgusting. Such disgusting behavior. But then he also trusts Rashford as his match winner. So like it's a very tricky conundrum that he has. We have so many attackers. One of them's gonna have to hold bench. There's not really a way he can play all of them. So we'll see. I still. First of all, I think Alma's gonna sign a new contract. It's not. He'll get his minutes too. It's just I worry about maybe tomorrow Garnacho. I don't know. But no, Alma has such a good preseason, but there's no way. And United brass value Alma too much, so it's like it's an interesting one. Yeah, bro. Nah, United turned out bits for him this summer too, bro. Don't forget that. United turned out bits for him, so it's like I think he plays. I have this nasty feeling, but we'll see what happens with that. But Greg, try to get pumped before you watch a game if you even need to. At the end of the day, I just love football and I love United, so that's all I really need, the motivation to watch my team play. Obviously the lineup kind of helps in terms of motivation. If it's a great lineup, it even makes me more pumped up. But a bad lineup does take a little bit of a sting. But the moment the match kicks off, I'm locked into United mode, man. So that's really it. Yeah, I saw Ten Hag. Obviously, I read the full quote after, and it made a little bit more sense. Because like he talked about he didn't really have his whole squad there for preseason tours and stuff like that. So it's about kind of meshing the whole group together now to build the whole team, which I kind of get. I understand where he's coming from that perspective. So it's calm, really, to be honest with you. It's not like it's not too deep. Calvin Phillips went to what's it called? Calvin Phillips went to Ipswich. Oh, no wonder my show was low. Fucking football terraces now. I listened to Kashabian Fire. I never listened to that, to be honest. But hopefully, I'm glad you enjoy it. But yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting game tomorrow. I'm excited for it. Obviously, I'll be at work, so I'll have to be like sneaking in until we're watching the game and showing. I got that one AirPod, certain apps to use to watch the game and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting. I won't be home for a live match reaction after the game, unfortunately, but I get home about midnight UK time, so I'll probably go live about like half hour after that. Once I get home, and so kind of just go over the matches. I will watch the full match somehow, some way. Like I will find a way. Like trust me, I will find a way. I'll even take my lunch break when it's the first 45 to watch the match. Like, I'll find a way. So yeah, man, I'm excited for it. We'll see what United do. And it will be interesting. I just want to start the season good vibes. because then we have a week later to our next game. What time is it your time for the game? 3 p.m. I believe. 3 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, 8 p.m. UK time. I'll probably just know the name. Like if you play the music, I know it. I'm bad with names when it comes to like songs and shit like that. I'm so terrible at that. So bad. I would be miserable as a player if that is my manager. Body language and presence. Yeah, to be fair, Ten Hag has no aura. But what else can you do about that? He's an auraless guy. But Sir Michael Carrick, we will be there. Yo, y'all saw Carrick yesterday. Smoke leads 3-0. Carabao Cup. They doubted my gaffers, bro. I know my gaffers, bro. I know my gaffers. Michael Carrick. Talk soon. Wayne Rooney also got to go, but he's a shit manager. Kieran McKenna, Ipswich. The first battle starts on Saturday against Liverpool. We signed Kieran McKenna. We signed Calvin Phillips today. I think they also signed someone else, I believe. Like a forward, a striker, I think. But yeah, man, we will be there. Score prediction. United are definitely going to concede. We're definitely not keeping a clean sheet. That is for goddamn sure. I'll probably say 3-1 United. I think we went 3-1. I think we scored 3 goals. Sure. Hey, yo, chill. Wait, this is about Rooney or last we talked about? This is still the GOAT. This is still the GOAT. Don't get it twisted. That is the GOAT. Let's not go too hasty. All right, switch at home. Yeah, but yo, Ipswich 12:30 kickoff, bro. They're not ready for that. They is not ready for that. Omari Hutchinson opener. We will be there. We will be there. But yeah, that's a quick little. We did a nice little 15-minute preview for the match. We did our lineup. Hopefully, maybe it's not. Hopefully, it's not this. Hopefully, it's what I showed earlier. In I'm talking about company. There you go. Okay, I'm about to say. Because technically, Rooney punched up a Burnley player, Phil Barnes. That's why I said that. But yeah, company mid gaffer, man. Bro, that Omari Hutchinson, bro, we will be there. They don't know what it looks like, man. Lee Davis will whip crosses, bro. They're not ready for that, man. So yeah, quite nice, quick little lineup. And yeah, I'll be on Saeed's like in about an hour and 10 minutes. For debate show because we're doing it today, obviously, because you gotta play tomorrow. And then I might be back after that with the Serie A preview if my guest gets back to me. He's a little busy right now, so I hit him up. So if I go live then that's the next time you guys see me on the channel. If not, tomorrow, a little bit later, we'll go over the match. I'll still be there. I just won't be directly after the game. My apologies. And then we go from there. So I appreciate all of you that tuned in. I know Terrace was on, so appreciate the 20 of you that kept watching this. Appreciate y'all always. And yeah, just make sure y'all leave a like on your way out if you haven't liked already. And I'll catch you guys later. GGMU. Let's go, man. Top 4 this season. We will be there. Peace.